A particle P is projected from the point with position vector 10j meters with a velocity of 5I plus 29.4j meters per second and moves freely under gravity. So what we have here is a projectile. State the acceleration vector. Find the position vector of P after 3 seconds. 1 second after P is projected, a second particle Q is projected from the point with position vector 20I meters to intercept P 2 seconds later. Find the initial velocity of Q. Find the velocity of each particle when they collide. So in part A, if we're moving freely under gravity, the acceleration will just be 0. Negative 9.8 meters per second squared. We want the position vector of P after 3 seconds. So we can use R is equal to R naught plus UT plus a half AT squared. And remember, we want this at time 3. So we're looking at R of 3. R naught is the starting position, which is 0, 10. Then we've got 3, remember that's the time, times the initial velocity vector, which is 5, 29.4, and then a half times the acceleration vector times t squared. T is 3, so t squared is 9. So that's going to be 0, 10 plus 15, 88.2 plus 0, negative 44.1. And that gives us 15, 54.1. So 15I plus 54.1 J meters. Now let's look at part C and let's remind ourselves. A second particle Q is projected from the point with position vector 20I to intercept P 2 seconds later. Now, P has been moving for 3 seconds. In other words, P is at this point when the two things intercept. Because, just reading this again, 1 second after P is projected, Q is projected and intercepts 2 seconds later. So in other words, that is at t equals 3. So P's been moving for 3 seconds and is at this position, and Q has been moving for 2 seconds when they intercept. So if we use R is R naught plus UT plus a half AT squared for Q, then we know that it's going to intercept at this position. And note that I've got t equals 2 here, and there's the 2 squared there for the t squared. So 15, 54.1, the point of intersection, is going to be equal to 20, 0, that's the initial position of Q, plus the time times the velocity vector, which we don't know, so I've just called it AB, plus a half times t squared times the acceleration. Q also will be moving freely under gravity. So 15, 54.1 is going to be 20, 0 plus 2AB plus 0, negative 19.6. So 15 is going to be equal to 20 plus 2A, and 54.1 is going to be 2B minus 19.6. So 20 plus 2A is equal to 15. So 2A is equal to negative 5, and therefore A is negative 2.5. 2B minus 19.6 is 54.1. So 2B is 73.7. So B is 36.85. So the initial velocity for our second object, Q, is negative 2.5, 36.85. Finally, we want to find the velocity of each particle when they collide. So we're going to use v equals u plus at. And for p, v at time 3 is going to be 529.4, that's its initial velocity, plus 3, 0, negative 9.8. And that gives us that v3 is 5, 0. So it seems, since there's no vertical velocity, no vertical component to velocity at the point of intersection, that p would actually be at the very top of its flight. For q, now remember, q's only been moving for 2 seconds. So that's going to be negative 2.5, 36.85. That's the initial velocity we found in part C, plus 2 lots of 0 to negative 9.8. And so the velocity for q is going to be negative 2.5, 17.25 meters per second.